Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brad over here at Chattanooga Fish-n-Fun. Here at Fish-n-Fun, we sell Ranger boats and Lance campers. We have a beautiful bluebird sky to do a video today. Check it out. Hardly any clouds in the sky. This is going to make for a fantastic video here. Puts me in a good mood, and it's always a good thing, right? So today we're going to be checking out the 2026 Lance 975 truck camper. This one comes in weighing at 4,067 pounds dry with all of our options over here that we've added. So you know that this one's going to call for a 350 or 3500 series long bed 1 ton. If you look on the Lance website, they're going to, you know, pair it with you could do a single rear wheel or a dually. I really recommend going dually on this one. That's why I've already got the fat butt brackets on here. They don't actually call them that, they call them swing out brackets, but these are so you can get that fat butt parked right underneath there. You have plenty of space, plenty of room to get underneath. When you get into that 4,000 pound dry category, you're going to be well above that whenever you start, you know, putting all your stuff in the truck, loading the freshwater tank with some water, propane tanks, all that good stuff. So you're going to be adding to that. You want to get as much rubber on the ground as possible. So the 2026 975 here, base price starts out at $55,266. With our factory options, our destination charges and all, it brings you to a total meaningless retail price of $78,585.25. And that's exactly what I said. It's meaningless. You call in 423-892-6272, get the BSRP pricing. That is Brad's suggested retail pricing. It's a hell of a lot better than this. Let's check out the inside. Now, as we're making our way in here, the 975 is an absolute sweetheart of a camper. This is one of my favorites that they make, mainly because of the layout and the options and amenities that they offer with this thing. Right when you walk in, you have this pretty good sized storage drawer that leads right into the basement of the camper. I mean, check this thing out. That's perfect for putting your fishing tackle in, using for storage, all that good stuff. Over here on the right, look at this garbage can. Say you're over here chilling with the crew, you got your brewskis out, you put you know, you got to get rid of it somehow. We don't litter here, right? So we're going to get rid of it. We're going to crush it, we're going to throw it right in this garbage can here. Don't have to walk far at all. You know, most boondocking spaces, you don't have trash cans available. We got it right here. We're not trashing the earth, we're throwing it right away. This will hold a whole case of crushed cans. Over here on the right, we got all of our exterior lighting, backup camera switch, all this good stuff. It's not really important to you right now, but thought I'd go over it anyways. We got our handy dandy key rack. Holds up to 4 sets of keys there. Look at this, I even got a little flotation device here for your keys. You can hang that up right there. All right, on the left we got our dinette. So the 975, you have 2 different options. You can get the standard layout like this one is. You get the dinette, and it ends up coming in, or you can make this into a bed. Ends up being like 70 inches long and about 4 foot wide. So you got just about 6 foot from here to here, and 4 foot from the wall over that you're going to have for sleeping capacity. So you could realistically sleep up to about 4 people. I'd say 3 comfortably. 1 here, up to 2 if you're friendly, and then 2 in our queen size bed up here. Heck, you could even throw somebody on the floor if they don't mind. But anyways, yeah, I'd say up to 4 people. Me, I'm doing 3. It was always, you know, me and my brother really. I actually used to own a 975 back in 2021, so this definitely at the time was my favorite camper. So I'll make this into a bed here in a second. We'll keep on moving on. This is Grayson interior. So you have Grayson, Bronzite, and Lapis to choose from. Grayson is your dark gray with the light gray combo. Bronzite's going to be like a brown color here, still gray here. Lapis is going to be like a midnight blue color here, and still gray here. So the only thing that changes is your trim. This is going to be your trim here, here, there, This would change, and then the faceplate on the dinette here would change. Now I'm going to try to remember where I leave off here. I just got a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, guys and gals, let's see if I remember where I left off. Probably right here. We got a couple of pull-out drawers underneath our dinette seating, both sides. Look at that. Look at that. All right, and then I think I was going to make this into a bed. We'll do that here in a second. Moving on to the right, in the same, slide-out mechanism here, we have our two-way fridge. This is a 5 cubic foot fridge. Plenty of space in here for your beer, your Capri Suns, your turkey meat, all that fun stuff. Separated freezer. When I say two-way, that means that this runs on gas and AC. Standard would be one 12-volt fridge. I think it's around 6 or 7 cubic foot. So it is a little bit larger, but you only have a 12-volt option also. So this is a two-way fridge. Over here in the kitchen area, move that out of the way right quick. All right, so we got us a sink. I got the sink covers covering it right now. Look at that. That one comes up as well. But these go in there so you get a little bit more countertop space. This is where it kind of lacks. You don't have a ton of countertop space. You don't have a kick out or anything over here on the side like you do the 1172. But you do have this table where you can, chop your onions or tomatoes, your lettuce, whatever you need to do. Start prepping over here. Then walk right over, a couple steps to the kitchen. If you're like me, you're doing all your cooking outside on that Blackstone anyways. I take it every time with me. Got a little 22-inch Blackstone. Go all, hibachi on it. Got us a oven down here, 3-burner stove top. Microwave, convection, air fryer, microwave deal. A little bit of cabinet space over here to the right. Now when I had mine, this is where I stuffed all my red Solo cups, my paper plates, my utensils, everything, rags you can put down here. Over to the right, this is kind of your convenience center. It's right here you got your battery levels, your fresh water tank, your black water tank, your gray water levels, which let's see, I think you're 45 gallon on the fresh water. Yep, that's right. 45 on the fresh, 30 on the gray, and 26 on the black. Got our onboard generator here that we can start from the inside. You can also start it on the outside. Both awnings are power, and you've worked them from inside the camper. Got our Jensen radio. You can throw a DVD in there and play it through the TV. Below the sink, we have a little bit of storage space underneath. This is where I stored all my cleaning stuff, like your Lysol multi-purpose sprays, glass cleaner, all that fun stuff. That goes to something. Down here, I've had people tell me that you can store your liquor down here, but that's also what this cabinet's for, apparently, according to customer feedback. So you got a little bit of storage underneath the sink area here, and then what do you have? More storage. So you used to have like a option for a sliding pantry in here. Now you get shelves, but Amazon sells these little skinny boxes that slide down in there. They're like plastic insert boxes. You can put that in there and pull that out and use it just like a sliding pantry. These are angled doors. You have the bathroom on the back side of this. So just a little bit more storage. We've got our swing out TV. It swings towards the bed area, towards your dinette, and then you can also see it from over here too. So swing it in all directions. Magazine rack. You could use it for DVDs, card games, anything like that. All right, here is our dry bath. So the 975, wait for the camera, is one of the 3 dry bath models. We got a good bit of room in here. I'm gonna just park it on this toilet for a second. I have plenty of space to get everything done in here. Let me close this door for you. All right, so door's closed. I have plenty of space. Look at my knees. They're not up against anything. I got a nice leaning rest here for, things can get tiring in here. So if you can take a little break, little halftime show, just lean over, rest up, get ready for the next round, you know. You also have the sink over here. You can sit down and wash your hands if you want, I guess. We got the shower here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Watch your head here for this little shower rod deal. You can hang your towels up on it. You can hang your wet swim trunks on it if you want. Let them drip dry right in the tub area. But I am 6'1" without the shoes, and I have plenty of headspace in here. Thanks to this cutout, the skylight here, I have plenty of headspace. You can raise this thing up and down. I don't know if I can one-handed. We're gonna give it a try. There we go. But yeah, shower head there. You don't have to even squat at all to get down with it. You can just stand here, let it spray you right in the face if you want. A little bit of storage on the wall here. Put your toothpaste, whatever else you want to use it for. There is also, yeah, there it is. 110 outlets for our straightening irons, whatever you call them. The women will know what I'm talking about. Curling irons, stuff like that. All right, on to our true queen size mattress. This is a 60 by 80 inch mattress. So it is true queen size, just not as, you know, thick as a traditional, of course. You want to keep your headroom. Look at this. I'm sitting straight up, not hunched over. I am straight up. Let's see if I can, you see how straight I am? Get up in here. Now these are the hardest beds to make in America. I don't know if that's a true statement. I kind of just made that up, but it is hard. I always brought a comforter with me or a sleeping bag, threw it up here. Wasn't even worried about making the mattress. We got 110 outlets on both sides. I really think that's cool with this camper. There's 110 outlet. 110 outlet along with some USB and DC outlets. So my CPAP users, you both got your own independent supply of power. Little storage area there. Wireless phone charger. Pull out drawer. Fire exit. To hell with that. I'm running out the door if anything severe happens. You know what I mean? I ain't even trying to go through the fire exit. A little bit more storage down there. You can take these shelves out too and throw some duffel bags in there. I don't even think I pointed out the closet. We got a couple boxes in here, but a little clothes rod up top. Yeah, that's pretty much everything inside of the 975. I don't think we forgot anything, minus the fan here. This is the Max Air 2 fan, or yeah, the Max Air fan. It has the auto rain sensing. If it's raining, it'll close itself. We also have the Truma Aventa Air AC unit right here. It's a 13.5 BTU unit. So it'll freeze you out if you want it to. All right, let's go see what's all right. We had another halftime here. I thought that today would be the day to be able to do a video, but I had another call. So I think that we are about to go over the outside of the camper. Let's go over this. I believe this is where we left off. So on the front of the Lance 975, you're going to find this very durable nose cone. I'm over here knocking the crap out of it. You're not going to crack that. All right, so most truck campers would have like a laminate fiberglass nose cone. Those can stress crack, delaminate over time. With this TPO nose cone that's similar to your car bumper, you don't have that. So I really like the nose cone on these. That's a lot of people don't pay attention to that type of stuff. It's the small details that make Lance a Lance. We got our dual pane acrylic windows. These go out so far. I should have pointed that out inside, but you know, we're going to get to that. I'm going to show you here in a second. Along with the bed, I just remembered I did not show you the bed converted into, or the dinette converted into the bed. So we're going to do that too when we go back inside. But we got the swing out brackets on this thing. Like I said, these are the fat butt brackets. We got electric jacks around all four corners. So we just use a remote to raise these things up and down. You can do all four at once. You can do two at a time, front to back, side to side. You can do independently. So you have several different options, and these are all electric. If you run into a dead battery or whatnot, you can still manually crank these by pulling this down if you're strong enough. There we go. Pop this cap off. get to cranking. You're gonna have to pack your lunch. It's gonna take you a minute. Or you can use the Happy Jack supplied drill adapter to drill them up and down, but you still have to deactivate the motor. This is for your fridge right here, these two doors. Over here, we got wasp. No wasp? Look at that, no wasp in here this time. It's been a little chilly here, so maybe they're finally leaving. We got our external battery compartment. Now on these, they don't ship these with batteries unless you do that $2,600 upgrade through the factory to get the Go Power lithium. So I don't force people into spending that much money on batteries if they don't want to. You purchase this camper from us. If you don't do an upgrade, you get the standard, what we put in, DECK 27 series deep cycle marine batteries. But we offer the option to upgrade to lithium, and what we do is the Battleborn heated 100 amp hour lithium batteries. They're like $9.99 a piece or something like that. Over here we have an external storage door. So we got this storage door right here. I had to unlock it, of course. Rookie mistake leaving the compartments locked. But nice little storage. This is on the back side of that pull-out door inside. All of our campground connections are on this side as well. We got the city water connection, black water flush, and then let's see. That's actually it over here. The rest of it's in here. All right, so this is our main drop. This is the what you would call the low water drains. We got our freshwater tank drain here. That's 45 gallon. We got our cold and hot water lines. Then where you see liquid waste, that's your gray tank. That's going to be like a sink water, shower water, and that is 30 gallon capacity. And then a 26 gallon black water tank that says body waste here. That's going to be toilet water. Got our park and satellite connections out here. Main battery disconnect to turn, you know, all the power off to the camper. Outdoor shower. It comes with a cooled up hose that you plug right into that. And you got your hot and cold water out here. Moving on. We've got the, let's see, where do I start? There's a lot back here. All right, so one of the first options that is above standard equipment is going to be your rear power awning. Like I showed you inside, you hold a button, it extends it, it retracts it. It also has a nice LED light strip on the end of the awning as well. Right here, outdoor storage, little pegboard action here. You can use it to hang up your tools, your fishing tackle like I did, whatever else you want to use it for. The ultraDECK is an added option. So standard would be a bumper like what's on my 855S over here. Let's take a run. So standard, you would get a bumper like this. All right, back over here. Oh, still running. Look at me, I'm not even out of breath. Upgraded would be the ultraDECK. This is about a $3,000, $3,500 option to add on the camper, but when you're spending, you know, 70, 80,000, you know, what's 3,500 bucks, right? All right, so this is not dry storage. This is where you would want to store, you know, like your water hoses, stuff like that. That's what I used it for anyway. Stuff that you don't mind getting wet if you were to get into some rain. Another massive storage. And this goes underneath the camper as well. That was loud, really loud. And then same thing over here. So 3 different doors for storage there in this bumper. And every little bit of storage in a truck camper matters. You'll come to find that out. The generator is also an upgraded option. Standard, it would not come with one, but you know, I load these how I want them. They sell better that way, and everybody wants this stuff. So onboard generator, it's the QG 2500 ILP. It's within the National Park's decibel range. Now I said decibel, not decimal. I think people have a hard time understanding what I say. I speak English, but you know. Backup camera. You don't have to be in reverse to have that on. Let me get you a close-up on that. There you go. You can basically plug in the monitor into your DC outlet in the truck, and then you're going to be able to see at all times if somebody's behind you, if you're backing up to your trailer to still be able to haul your boat or your horse trailer or whatever you're hauling behind you. And if somebody's in your blind spot hanging out over here, you can see them too if you can in your mirrors. All right, now we're on the fun side. This is the campground side. This is where all the party happens. We got our electric side awning here on the side. That's an upgraded option. It is power and it has auto wind sensing. So if it gets too windy, it's supposed to roll itself back in. I don't care if it says that. If I'm leaving, I'm rolling it in myself. That way I know I'm not coming back to a campground disaster, you know. Those are expensive to replace. It's hard to trust technology, right? All right, here we got 2 onboard propane tanks. Any wasp? Hello? Anybody home? Okay, I don't see any wasp. I think we're in the clear. But you have 2 20-pound onboard propane tanks. Let's see, if you have both of them on, it's going to automatically swap over. I don't like to do that. I like to know exactly how much propane I have left. So I'm pulling off of one, leaving one empty. That way when it runs out, I know that I have 1 tank left. Close that back up. Down here, this is another storage compartment. Like I said, storage is very important in truck campers for sure. Outdoor speakers so we can listen to Kiss and AC/DC out here, tick off the neighbors. But if they're ticked off about you playing that, you shouldn't be neighbors with them. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to create violence here. Did I lock this? I thought I unlocked that. I'll get to that here in a second. This is where you fill your freshwater tank. Again, that's 45 gallons. You just use the garden hose to stick in there. Gravity does the rest. Your Truma AquaGo tankless water heater. This is on demand. You kick this little guy on, you got hot water instantly. You got 2 on switches here. On. It's both gas. One's not gas and one's AC. They're both gas. One just, you know, you don't have to use the panel to, or if you have panel issues, you can still run it. Let's see what else. Down here, external propane connection. That is important for my outside cooks. Us hibachi guys, we like to get that Blackstone out, cook our, you know, our chicken fried rice or our steaks or, you know, or whatever else we're cooking. You can plug into the camper there and pull straight off of the onboard propane tanks. On the front, this is just an access panel for the backside of that Truma system and to get to one of your bypass points. So it actually was unlocked. It was just stuck to the rubber seal here. I guess when it gets hot, it sticks. Made me think it was locked. But we got our other bypass point right here. Normal, winterize. This just chooses which direction you're sucking from. Not you, but the water pump here. So you can winterize it from the outside over here. That's a whole different video that we'll have to get into here shortly because we are entering that season again. All right, let me go show you how to make this dinette. All right, I got the dinette made into a bed. Like I said, this is almost 6 foot by 48 inches. So plenty of space over here like for a guy like myself. My brother actually used to sleep on it whenever I had mine. Well, I'm full flathead. I am a little sideways, but this is definitely doable. And look at this. Told you I would not forget. I did it for you. We got our dual pane acrylic window kicked all the way out. Look how, I mean, look how far this goes out. This is insane. Your traditional glass windows go out like maybe 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches. They don't go out far. So you're definitely not getting the amount of airflow and natural light. Not the beer, I'm talking vitamin D, baby. We got our bug shades here. Keep them little annoying pests out. Of course, you know, they'll still probably find a way in. And then your night shades. Definitely wanted to show you that. I want to show you what it looks like on the outside too. Notice how I didn't bang my head coming out? Look at that. That's what I wanted to show you. Now we're going to crawl up to the roof. All right, here we are on the roof. I can walk all over this thing without any worries of falling right through it. Solid roof, 15-year roof warranty. It's kind of like a PVC material. Very durable, puncture resistant. 2 solar panels. These are 100 watt each. I know a lot of you solar gurus, you want the whole roof covered in it. You got big ideas. Hey, and these big ideas work too. We just don't load the roof for you. You can do all that. But 2 solar panels from the factory. I've seen people load the roof rack full of them too. Just, you know, again, that's big ideas. So we got our Truma AC unit. This is a 13.5 BTU unit. We got our fan for the bathroom here, skylight, TV antenna, max roof vent here. This one already has, look at this, little mounts where you can put one of them covers over it and run it while it's going down the road or in the rain. And then another skylight. All right, everybody, that was a tour of the 2026 Lance 975. I hope that I didn't leave anything out. I got called off the job here for a few times for phone calls and stuff, so that comes first, and then the tours are next. So but yeah, this 2026 Lance 975 comes in weighing at 4,067 pounds dry with all of our optional equipment that we added. I pointed out some of that stuff, other stuff, you know, AC unit, all that stuff is add-on too. The base price is $55,266. Then you have a total meaningless suggested retail price of $78,585.25. I just said that's meaningless. Call me at 423-892-6272 to get the Brad suggested retail pricing. Heck of a lot better than this. There's no reason to call anybody else. Mine's the best. I know it is. If it's on current model and everything, we're not pricing, you know, my brand new stuff with used or, you know, end of year clearance, leftover crap. But anyways, 423-892-6272. That's my number. Don't wear it out. I'm just kidding. Wear it out, please. I got a new house to pay for. I got 2 dogs that love to eat, 2 Great Danes, and their food's expensive and their vet bills are expensive too. So I got to keep selling these. But y'all been keeping me real busy, and I really appreciate everybody that watches these videos and comes to us, makes the drive. I mean, we've had people, you know, drive 19, 20 hours to come pick up a camper. But I tell everybody, you're going to use this thing to travel anyways, might as well make a vacation out of it to get it. We know what we're doing here. We use these things, so we know what we're selling. I got a campground right down the street called Chester Frost Park. They in no way, shape, or form pay me to recommend you to go there and stay there, but it's a beautiful park. It's right on the water, and it's 2 miles from the dealership. So after me and you, we go through this camper, I show you how to work everything and everything. You're so dang excited here, you know, that you just bought a brand new camper. Most of y'all ain't listening to me when we're going through the camper and everything. So if you go down the road and you got a question on how, I don't know, to get you some hot water, give me a call. I'll run down there. Gets me out of the shop for a minute anyways, and I'll show you how to work that thing again. So that's one of the benefits of coming here. Stay close by. You got me until you go home. And then people, guys, girls, I got big news. We got big news. I just can't tell you, but here in the next few months I got something that's going to be releasing. I can't really, you know, go too far into it right now because I don't want to be embarrassed if it doesn't, you know, work out. But I've already, you know, got this thing in the works. Look out for, you know, the next few months here. I'm gonna have something big releasing. I want all of y'all to tell your friends and everything once this thing releases. It's gonna be big, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, if you have any questions, 423-892-6272. More than happy to help you out. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Lets YouTube know that I know what I'm talking about. Might be enjoyable to watch. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Join this Fish-n-Fun family. I want to hit 40,000 by the end of the year, so we got a ways to go, but not too far out. So, and then you can always comment too. I try to read all the comments, try to respond to all of them. The ones that I see anyways. I don't see all of them, but I do try to respond to all the ones that I see. And thanks for your continued support. Y'all take care, stay safe, enjoy the beautiful day if it's beautiful where you're at. If it's not beautiful, I hope for beautiful weather for you. Take care. See you on the next one.